this video, we'll dive into the foundational principles of direct response advertising. This is not just the latest trend, this is not the latest targeting option. This is the proven psychology that's been getting people to spend money for the last 100 years, at least, probably more. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to channel mass desire into action. I'll show you how to match the right message with the right type of audience and the right level of awareness. And then finally, I will show you how to implement everything today to make your Facebook ads much more profitable and much more compelling. So without further ado, let's dive in.
All right, direct response foundations. We really want old school advertising to help us here and give us a direction when it comes to creating our online ad creatives. Now, this is something that's part of the research part of our work, and we want to make sure we understand it properly from the get-go so that we can leverage it as time goes by. Now, what are we going to cover in this video? First, meeting our audience where they are at. Important step to touch the right buttons and get people to take action. Without this analysis, our goals might turn out to be either too generic or too specific. Then, channeling mass desires. Our ads cannot create desire from scratch, but they have to tap into a desire that already exists in our client's mind. Positioning our product as the solution to an already existing problem is the way we create ads. And we have two categories of desires, and these are LF8 and LF9, so LF8 and LW9. I'll show you some practical examples, so everything is going to be as clear as it gets. Then we will be talking about levels of awareness, why this is important, what Eugene Schwartz thought about it, or still thinks about it, at least on the books, in what are his 5 levels of awareness. Same product, different audience equals different level of awareness. I'm going to show you some practical examples, so this is going to be very clear as well. And finally, we will be talking about market sophistication, understanding the market, aka your competitors. We call it market sophistication. In knowing where your competitors are helps you create the right type of ads to stand out. I'm going to show you some practical examples here as well. This is going to be a very interesting video. So without further ado, let's dive in. Channeling mass desires. So Eugene Schwartz is one of the fathers of copywriting. In my opinion, if you ask me, we still have to rely on these giants of advertising. I know a lot of people think about the latest trends and how we can change and like our media buying techniques, our media buying tactics, which makes a lot of sense. And this is something that I would highly recommend you stay updated on. And this program will help you with it. Just follow the community. And we're gonna keep you posted on all of the latest updates. With that being said, we need to leverage what the best people before us learned in many years of research. Now, Eugene Schwartz is one of the best ones when it comes to copywriting, and he's the author of Breakthrough Advertising, which I would highly recommend you read it. You can find so many versions online. Getting your hands on a physical copy is not as easy, but it's very easy to find the PDF version. So I would highly recommend you find that. Now, here's his quote. Copy cannot create desire for a product. Copy can only take the hopes, dreams, fears, and desires that already exist in the hearts of millions of people and focus those already existing desires onto a particular product. This is the task, not to create this mass desire, but to channel and direct it. We can absolutely replace the word copy with the words ad creatives. Ad creatives cannot create desire for a product. They can only take the hopes, dreams, fears, and desires that already exist in the hearts of millions of people and focus those already existing desires onto a particular product. This is the task, not to create mass desire, but to channel and direct it. Our needs are not met. We want or desire to get better. We take action to satisfy our desires. This is the process. And as much as it works on me, it works on you, it works on your neighbor, it works on everybody. We have certain needs, and when these needs are not met, we are constantly looking for a solution to satisfy them. Now, desire cannot be created from scratch, but must be channeled. So, there are two macro categories of needs, and we need to start from those. The first list is the Life Force 8. These are broad desires, and they are hardwired in our brains. The first one, we call it LF1. We use LF1, LF2, LF3, just so everything is easier in terms of communication between departments. And it's something that I would recommend you do as well. LF1, survival, enjoyment of life, and life extension. Let's think about our red light therapy panel, which is probably the most common product that we use for our examples in this course. In the red light therapy panels have anti-aging properties. So with the same product, we can tap into LF1 as a number one desire. Then we have LF2, enjoyment of food and beverages. LF3, freedom from fear, pain, and danger. Getting back to our red light therapy panel, think of alleviating joint pains and inflammation. So same product already can appeal to two desires. LF4, sexual companionship. Think of benefits like flawless skin that gets provided by red light therapy panels. Third desire. Then we have LF5, comfortable living conditions. Think of sleep problems and sleep deprivation that gets solved by red light therapy panels, or at least improved. LF6, to be superior, to win, to keep up with the Joneses. Think of improving athletic performance, which is something that our red light therapy panels does. Then LF7, care and protection of loved ones. And then LF8, social approval. These 8 life forces, these are desires that are hardwired in our brains. So everybody desires all these things. And then we have the learned wants 9. These are more specific, these are less powerful, but these are the ones that are not as instinctive in our brain, but as time went by, as technology progressed, that's when we started desiring all these things. So the first one, LW1, to be informed and to stay updated. Are you missing out on the new trend? Haven't you heard of red light therapy panels? This might be an angle. Then LW2, curiosity. It's another strong learned want. LW3, cleanliness of body and surrounding. LW4, efficiency. Cover a broader area for effective treatment. So the bigger the red light therapy panel, the more we can lean towards LW4 efficiency. LW5, convenience. LW6, dependability and quality. LW7, expression of beauty and style. LW8, economy in profit. LW9, bargains. So thinking about our red light therapy panel, the same product can satisfy multiple needs. Again, we are talking about LF1, survival, enjoyment of life, life extension. LF3, freedom from fear, pain, and danger. LF4, sexual companionship. LF5, LF6, LW1, LW4. This is just one product. Let's think about a skincare product. Then you will have LF1, survival, enjoyment of life, life extension, prevent signs of aging. LF4, save money on skincare treatments. And here you have the sexual companionship angle. LF5, get rid of eye bags, comfortable living conditions. Once you know the emotions and the desire, you can understand better what will move the needle for that specific audience. So all this research, I know it can sound like a lot. I know it can sound a little obsolete. It's not. This is where you want to start. This is something that maybe you want to do not as often as creating new angles, but this is the starting point. Understanding what are the desires you can tap into with your product. This is extremely important, and this is what gets people to take action. Now, let's talk about levels of awareness. An unmet need leads to trying several solutions before finding what works. Even if we do find a solution, we are always looking for better ones. In the process, obviously, we start studying about the product, we start studying about the problem, so we get more aware, we get smarter about the solutions that are put in front of us. This is why it's crucial to understand where your prospect is in relation to your product and to the need that we satisfy. So, let me give you a bit of an understanding around the 5 levels of awareness of Eugene Schwartz, and I think this is going to be the best way for me to give you a clear example and help you understand what I'm talking about. So the first level of awareness is unaware. The need is latent in our prospect doesn't even know they have a problem they want to solve or a need that they want to satisfy. If this is the case for your product, our communication should be indirect. We should bring awareness towards the problem and introduce a possible solution, which is ours. This is unlikely to convert on the first touch point, but there's a massive potential in terms of long-term sales. Also because if this becomes a trend, if this goes mainstream, if the masses started thinking about that problem and then they are interested in your solution, that's where you can make the most money, in my opinion. In these cases, longer videos work like a charm. They tend to outperform shorter videos if you need to bring awareness around the problem. Then you also have the second level of awareness, which is the problem aware. Prospects are aware of their problem or need, but they don't know that there's a solution for it on the market. This is usually the case when we introduce a brand new product or service to the market, and we provide a different approach compared to the solution that's already available in the market. In this case, what we recommend is focusing on comparisons between your solution and the previous ones. The old way versus new way is hands down one of the most effective concepts for this level of awareness. When you introduce your new way, I would highly recommend you bully the old way. Then we have solution aware. This is the most common stage that you can find your prospects at. Prospects know both their needs and their solution. At this stage, they have already made a decision to purchase. They are just evaluating what is the best brand to buy from. In this case, if this is your situation, focus on the differentiators that make your product stand out from the rest of the products. Then product aware. Prospects already had their first touch point with our brand. And this is what we call retargeting. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this already. Here we want to be direct and we want to push all the urgencies and trust buttons we got at our disposal to get them to complete the purchase. And finally, we have the most aware. These are the repeat customers, and we want them to buy again, or we want them to make an upgrade or refer us to their friends. Now, given the same product, this is extremely important, and this is where a lot of people get it wrong. Given the same product, we can have different levels of awareness for different audiences. Let's take different audiences for our red light therapy panels as an example again. Now, we have 4 audiences: amateur athletes, senior people, professional ladies, and beauty salons. Amateur athletes, both genders, 25 plus, these people are unaware of red light therapy. They don't know what it is. They don't know about the importance of sports recovery, and they need to be educated about it. They need to be educated about the importance of sports recovery and also about red light therapy. Hey, this is a possible solution. What about you check it out? Then senior people, both genders, 60 plus. Problem aware, they know they are dealing with joint pains, with joints pain, but they don't know anything about red light therapy. Then we have professional ladies, women between 30 to 50. They are problem aware as well. They know they want better skin, but they don't know about red light therapy. And finally, we have beauty salon owners. This is a B2B type of relationship. They are solution aware. So they know how good red light therapy is for their clients, but they've never heard of our brand. So we have to be slightly more direct with them. Now, unless our product is some sort of a commodity and it's been available for a while, our audience will be all around. So we will find people that are unaware, other people that are problem aware, other people that are solution aware, and so on. The real deal, what we recommend is understanding what the market category is the biggest in size, and then target that one plus the most product aware, which tends to be the easiest to get profitable. And then finally, we have levels of sophistication of the market. Chances are that you are running ads on a validated product and that you do have a number of competitors active on the market. The level of sophistication of the market is based on the communication, which we need to understand in order to stand out from the crowd. So we need to understand where we're at in the market. Are we the first ones? Are we the second ones? Are we a commodity? So based on that, we need to adjust our style of communication. Now, let's say we are the first ones in the market. What we should do is introducing the unseen. This rare stage occurs when you're truly innovating the industry with a product that was not existing before. Your advertising approach should be straightforward and simple. Focus on introducing the product and its basic benefits. Ask yourself, what need does it fulfill? Example, do your own yogurt at home with our recipe. Then the second option is you're entering a young market. So you're early in the market, early in the industry. In this case, the goal is to outbid the competition. At this point, there are only a few competitors and the market is thriving. Your advertising should focus on making bigger and bolder claims than your competitors. Emphasize the superiority of your product by comparing with others in terms of features, benefits, and performance. Example, the only panels with 2x the amount of lights of the competition. We can focus on the wavelengths. We can focus on a lot of things. As long as we're bowling our competition, once again, that's the goal. Then another option can be us entering an established market. In this case, what we do is we introduce a mechanism. We introduce a brand new mechanism. Now, the market is validated, but people start to get used. They're starting to get used and annoyed by all the various claims. The focus shifts from what the product does to how it does it. Introduce a unique mechanism or method that sets your product apart. Your ads should highlight this new mechanism, explaining why it's better and different from what's already available in the market. Example, the iPhone cover made with bulletproof material for extreme durability. Another option can be you entering a saturated market. In this case, I would recommend elaborating on the mechanism. In this highly competitive stage, you must elaborate or improve upon the mechanism introduced in the third stage. Your advertising should concentrate on making the mechanism seem more effective, easier, or more beneficial than others. Example, the t-shirt with patented features that boost your best attributes. And finally, we have a commodity market. The goal in this case becomes reviving interest through identification. The market is now saturated and may be skeptical of claims and mechanisms. People already heard everything and they got burned several times. The focus here should be on reconnecting with the audience on a personal level. Use advertising that resonates with their experiences, desires, and identities. Here, what works is storytelling and emotional appeals. Try to link a simple product to huge emotional leverage. Example, the fragrance that contains pheromones to enhance your natural attraction. Now, implementing it all, stitching it all together. Identify the core needs that your product solves only one time. So focus on the LF8 and the LW9. Then brainstorm possible audiences around those needs. Ask yourself about their awareness and then put together angles that are coherent with the level of awareness and optimize your value propositions based on the stage of sophistication of the market. Value propositions or value blocks, as we call them in this module. Conclusion. Old school advertising is greatly underrated when it comes to online advertising. Building your creative department on solid foundations is crucial for the long-term success of your brand. Understanding these direct response foundations will bring your ads to a higher standard and get more sales to your dashboard. Now, everything you learned here is extremely important and extremely underrated. I don't want you to underrate everything you learned here. Please do put in the work and do implement everything as explained at the end of the video. If, as usual, you have doubts, do let us know, and I'll see you in the next video.
And now that you understand these powerful principles, let me tell you something. I put together a 12-hour course that focuses on everything that concerns Facebook ads. If you run ads online, you have to watch this course. I published it for free on my YouTube channel. So before anything, click the subscribe button, like this video, and then go watch the video. You'll find it right here. So click now and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.